You're watching one of our motorhome walkthrough videos, and this is the Carado T135 Used Motorhome. On this channel you'll find lots more walkthrough videos of our motorhomes. If you'd like to see more, subscribe to the channel and click on the subscription bell. We're going to start with a quick walk around the exterior of the motorhome. This Carado T135 motorhome is built on a Fiat Ducato. It's got a 130 horsepower engine, 2.3 litres, and it's a 6-speed auto transmission. One of the things I love about Carado telling the story is about how it's really established itself as the fastest growing motorhome company in Europe, having built over 100,000 motorhomes in the 20 years that it's been around. Let's keep on going around the outside. Got an electric step here, and your power hookup, so for the 240 volt at the campsite. The cassette toilet's tucked away in here. And when you look in these lockers, you can just see the quality workmanship that Carado has become really renowned for. So there's no kind of rough edges. Everything is built with really high standard of workmanship. Design is really practical, and it's that quality that makes Carado really stand out. In fact, you've got so many features in these motorhomes that you would expect in a much higher priced motorhome. So that's why they're such great value. Around the rear of the motorhome here, you've got a reversing camera and the fittings for your bike rack, that so you can take your bikes with you on your next adventure. This is a feature people love about these 135s. It's a big garage at the back. It's not the biggest one, because remember, this vehicle is only 6 meters long, but there's plenty of room to take lots of extras. In here we've got a barbecue, a camping table and chairs, a hose bag, and a few extras and accessories, just to give you a bit of an idea about how much space that you can store under the back bed here in the garage. Continuing down the side, we've got the gas storage. We've got two bottles here, a 9 kg and a 4 kg, and they power your Truma combi hot water and habitation heater, as well as your stove and your 3-way fridge. This is where the water, your fresh water intake is, and just below is your grey water outlet. And there's a diesel, so this is on it's a diesel engine, so that a little bit more economical. And that's the exterior. Let's take a look inside. At just on 6 metres, the Carado T135 is the most compact of the motorhomes in our range, but it's still really spacious given that it's still compact. So up front here we've got seating for 4 with seat belts. The cab seats rotate, and you've got a lovely little area to socialise. Plenty of light in the space with a skylight above the driver's cab and a generous skylight above the dinette here. Also got great storage up front with shelves inside, as well as the parcel shelf above the cab itself. On the windows here we've got fly screens as well as blackout blinds on all windows. And above the seats here is your TV, which slides out of its slot, and you can rotate it so you can watch it here from the cab or from bed. Let's tuck that back away again. All the windows are double glazed, as well as we've got nice sandwich insulation in here. And the combination of the two makes the motorhome really warm. If the temperature does drop and you're still pretty chilly, then you've got the Truma Combi heater here. So that runs off to 40 volt when you're hooked up to mains power, LPG, so that you can stay warm anytime. Underneath here we've got plenty of storage for the kitchen. Nice mood lighting here. Double bed tucked in the back, and you can actually access the garage, the big external locker, from underneath the bed. There's lighting underneath the cabinets here, which is extra handy for reading in bed, and lots of storage above the bed as well, with the 3 cabinets plus the skylight. Another generous cupboard. This one's set up as a wardrobe, but if you wanted you could actually install some shelves in there. Tucked in the corner here is our combo bathroom with our Thetfit cassette toilet, the basin over there, and the shower is actually tucked around the corner. Again, lighting above. And I'm just going to show you this cupboard here. So one of the things that distinguishes these German motorhomes is how well the bathrooms have been designed. So everything is kept dry, because this door here folds back with this one to keep the shower, the toilet dry while you're taking a shower. And then when you want to use the basin, the basin is on this little swivel arm. Really ingenious use of space. Toiletries tuck away into this lovely little cupboard here, so no worry about toiletries having to be left on the floor. And we've also got ventilation up above. Let's head down the front. Just to let you know, make sure you keep watching to the end, because that's when I will tell you about the specific features of this vehicle that make this compact vehicle a real great seller. We're in the kitchen now. Wanted to point out here the 3 gas hobs on your cooktop. Nice size sink with the tap swivels away out of the action. We've got an oven with a grill underneath the bench. Here's your 240 volt power connection, Plus we've got USB plugs in several places, including behind the seats here, and also tucked up here where the TV is. So I also want to point out that as a licensed motor vehicle dealer and a member of the Motor Trade Association, buying from Wilderness gives you lots of protections you wouldn't get if you were buying off the private market. So we are set to very high standards in how we present the vehicles, and also if there's any issues with the vehicles after the sale, then we've got some high standards to meet. The fridge is a 113 litre Thetford fridge with a 14 litre freezer compartment. So plenty of space to store your bottles of wine and everything else you want to take away with you on your little adventure. Above the door here is your main control panel here. So that's your battery level, fresh water and grey water. And this light comes on when you're hooked up to mains power. Tucked down here is a 1000 watt inverter. Really handy gizmo for charging laptop computers in particular when you're not hooked up to mains power. So all our Wilderness motorhomes are designed for being off-grid, and that's one of the great little features of it. Just looking up here in the driver's cab, these seats are really handy the way they rotate. Get back into driving mode. So this is a 3.5 tonne gross vehicle mass, which means that you can drive on a car licence. You can also go up to 100 k's. So our bigger vehicles have got a maximum road speed of 90 k's. So we've got our 6-speed automatic gearbox here. We've got reversing camera, got some nice USB points up front. This little gizmo here is where you place your iPad or your iPhone. It folds up and then folds back down again. Generous cup holders here in the driving cab. And tucked down beside here is your fix and go kit, which you use to inflate a flat tyre, and that will get you back to home. So it can go up to 1,000 kilometres on a fix and go kit. As promised, I'm now going to tell you about why this Carado T135 is so popular. The first thing is, at only 6 metres long, it drives just like a car. It's a real plus if you want to go places that you otherwise wouldn't be able to take a full-size motorhome. It can also park in an ordinary car parking spot, which means you can go into towns and even some cities and find a car park pretty easily. Also, at 6 metres, it's got a full-size made-up bed, which is quite unusual. Usually you're making up the bed if you've got a vehicle that's this small. Small maybe, but spacious. That's the other thing that's so key to this Carado T135. So if this sounds like it could be the one for you, make sure you give us a call, set up a time to come and view it, and we can talk to you about your future in a Carado motorhome.